세상의 편견과 자신의
Researchers
한계에 맞서
tackling challenges of modern science against
현대 과학의
prejudice,
난제를
against
풀어가는
their own
연구자에게
limits.
사람과 사람을
Artists
연결하는 실이
aspiring
되고
to be the
싶은
thread
예술가에게
that connects people to people.
나눔과 헌신을
Dr.
삶의
Schweitzers of
소명으로 여기며
Korea,
살아가는
whose mission in
한국의
life is
슈바이처에게
sharing and dedication.
삼성 호암상은
Samsung
우리의
Hwang
도전과
Prize
사명이 가진
recognized the
가치와
value and
가능성에
potential
주목했고
of our challenges and mission,
더 힘차게
and
앞으로
gave us the
나아갈 힘이
strength
되어
to
주었습니다.
relentlessly move forward.
지난 35년간 삼성
In the past
호암상은
35 years,
보이지 않는
Samsung
곳에서
Hwang Prize honored
묵묵히
those
자신만의
who,
궤적을 그리며
working quietly in the background,
과학 기술의
contributed
진보와
to science and technology,
문화 예술의 발전을
culture
이끌고
and the arts,
인간의 존엄성을
and
높이는 데
elevation
응원해온
of
이들을
human
존경해
dignity.
왔습니다. 1990년
Since
상이
its
제정된
inception
이래
in 1990,
공정성과
the
진정성을
prize
최고의
upheld
가치로 삼고
fairness and authenticity
철저하고
as its
엄격한
highest
심사
value.
기준을 적용해
Applying rigorous and strict
인류와
selection
세상의
criteria,
긍정적 변화와
it sought to select
영감을 주는
winners
인물을
who brought
선정하고자
positive change and
노력해왔습니다.
inspiration to humanity and the world.
긴 시간
Not to
치열했을
miss
탐구의
any
흔적을
trace
놓치지
in the
않기
long
위해
years of intense
수백
research,
편의 연구
we
논문과
grappled with
실험하고
hundreds of research papers
문화적 다양성과 파급력을
and
이해하고자
immersed ourselves in
작품의
cultural
본질과
works and
보고자의
nominees'
삶에
lives
몰입했습니다.
to understand their cultural diversity
또
and
희생과
impact.
봉사의 의미를 훼손하지 않기 위해
Afraid of
직접
compromising the
현장에
meaning
다가가
of their
눈으로
sacrifice and
확인하는
service,
것도 마다하지
we
않았습니다.
visited the sites to see with our own
편향성
eyes.
없는 공정한 심사를
Thanks to
위한
the work
노력과
and
고민 덕분에
deliberations to ensure
시대를
unbiased and
대표하는
fair review
182
process,
명의 수상자를
we were able to
선정할 수
select
있었습니다.
182 winners representing their era.
삼성 호암상은
The Samsung Hwang Prize,
수상자들이 가진 가능성을 통해
to help the winners
인류의
contribute to
미래와
human
발전에
future
기여할
and
수 있도록
development with their potential,
과학의
will
한계를
help
뛰어넘고
transcend boundaries of science
예술의 경계를
and push
확장하며
the horizons of art,
사람을 위한
to create
따뜻한
warm
변화를
changes
만들어 나아갈
for
것입니다.
betterment of humanity.
인류 사회 발전의 원동력이 되고 우리
I believe that finding and supporting those who will become the driving force of human development is also an invaluable mission for a company in our society.
안녕하십니까?
Good
인사드리겠습니다.
afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
2025년 삼성
Greetings to
호암상
you all.
시상식의 사회를 맡은
This is Seo Misorang, your MC for the
본
2025
시상식은
Samsung Hwang
매년
Prize
과학,
Award ceremony.
공학, 의학,
This award
예술,
ceremony
사회봉사 등 총
recognizes
6개
those
분야에서 뛰어난
who have
업적을
made
이룬 분들을
outstanding
찾아
achievements
현장하는
in the
자리입니다.
6 sections
이
of
뜻깊은 자리에
science,
귀한 발걸음
engineering,
해주신 내빈
medicine,
여러분과
the
또
arts,
온라인으로
and
함께해 주시는
community
모든
service.
분들께
I would like to
호암
thank all
차단을
the
대신해
distinguished guests who are
깊은
here with us
감사의
today,
인사를
as
드립니다.
well as everyone who is joining us
지금
online.
무대에는
Thank you very much
오늘의
on behalf of the
주인공이시죠.
Hwang Foundation.
수상자분들께서
Now,
자리하고
on the
계십니다.
stage with us
내빈
are the
여러분의
winners of
따뜻한
today.
축하의 박수 부탁드리겠습니다.
We have the winners on stage. Please give them a big round of applause.
그럼 본격적으로 시상식을
Thank you very
시작하겠습니다.
much. And now we
먼저
will commence
호암재단
the award
김황식
ceremony.
이사장님의
First,
인사 말씀이
Chairman Kim
있겠습니다.
Hwang-sik of the Hwang Foundation
이사장님을
will
따뜻한
deliver his
박수로
greetings. Please
모시겠습니다.
welcome him with a big round of applause.
오늘 우리는
Here we are
제35회
today at the 35th
삼성 호암상
Samsung Hwang
시상식을 갖게
Prize
되었습니다.
Award Ceremony.
먼저
I would like to first extend my congratulations to our distinguished prize recipients, Professor Shin Seok-gu, Professor Jung Jong-kyung, Professor Kim Seung-woo, Professor Gloria Choi, photographer Mr. Gu Bon-chang, and Chairman Kim Dong-hae of Vision Care. Our esteemed laureates have made tireless efforts in the fields of academia, arts, and community service, contributing to the advancement of science, technology, and culture while practicing noble love for humanity. The Hoam Foundation considers it a great honor and joy to have you as our prize awardees. The Samsung Hoam Prize was established in 1990 by the late Samsung chairman Lee Gun-hee to continue and advance the spirit and dedication of the Samsung founding chairman, the late Lee Byung-chul, to contribute to society. Over the last 35 years, thanks to our illustrious laureates, the Samsung Hoam Prize has become an even more authoritative and prestigious award, helping elevate Korea's national dignity and status and contributing to an abundant, beautiful world where material and spiritual cultures exist together in harmony. Notably, recipient of the 2021 Samsung Hoam Prize in the Physics and Mathematics category, Professor Jun Ho, went on to win the Fields Medal, the Nobel Prize in Mathematics, the following year. And last year, writer Han Gang, recipient of the Samsung Hoam Prize in the Arts, achieved the triumph of receiving the Nobel Prize in Literature. All of these achievements were made possible thanks to the late chairman Lee Gun-hee, who founded the prize, Samsung chairman Lee Jae-yong, who continues to carry on the founding vision, our sponsoring companies including Samsung Electronics, the Hoam Foundation's board and committee members, the judges who have also worked hard to choose outstanding laureates through rigorous screening. Also, our overseas scholars who provided great academic input and advice. And like many of you who are joining us today from all walks of life, it is thanks to support and encouragement from you, society at large, and I would like to take this opportunity to express my deep gratitude to you all. The Samsung Hoam Prize will continue to recognize and honor those who have led advancements in science and technology through creative wisdom and academic drive, as well as those shaping a more beautiful and warm world through rich emotional expression and devotion to serving others. This year, to help us celebrate the 35th anniversary of the Samsung Hoam Prize and to show his support for Korean literature, Mr. Steve Sam Sandberg, a member of the Nobel Literature Prize Committee, has joined us to deliver special congratulatory remarks. This was possible thanks to the meaningful connection formed through writer Han Gang, who of course received both the Samsung Hoam Prize and the Nobel Prize in Literature, and we are sincerely thankful to Mr. Sam Sandberg as well. Once again, I would like to congratulate all award recipients and also to your families who are the ones that have made this day possible. Also your collaborators at school and also the volunteers joining from Vision Care. I would like to congratulate you and also express my appreciation as well. We hope that you achieve even greater success in your endeavors. Lastly, we wish the best of good health and fortune to everyone joining us today, not only those in the audience today, but many of us joining us online through YouTube. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Chairman Kim Hwang-sik. Once again, let us give him a big round of applause. And now, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the 46 members of the jury who have done impeccable work selecting the winners, we have the chair of the jury, Hong Seung-chan, to give us the jury's report. Let us invite up to the stage Chairman Hong Seung-chan. Please welcome him with a big round of applause. It's been an honor to participate as a jury for the 2025 Samsung Hoan Prize. On behalf of the 46 judges from home and abroad, allow me to report to you the selection process. Until March this year, the jury, composed of renowned scholars and experts from academia, the arts, and community service in and outside of Korea, has done its best to select winners with the most outstanding achievements through a rigorous 4-month evaluation process among the nominations received by the end of October 2024. With the sense of mission to select an outstanding winner, aligned with the award's spirit and showing world-class achievements, the jury focused on the excellence of research outcome, originality of creativity activities, and contributions to humanity, among others. In the academic section, 22 domestic experts and 10 international scholars, including a Nobel laureate, participated in the evaluation process. Additionally, a separate advisory panel composed of 63 foreign experts conducted parallel evaluations to ascertain the international excellence of the candidates' achievements. In the arts section, evaluation included a multidimensional and in-depth look, not only into the artworks and creative activities, but also into their value across past, present, and future. In the community service section, thorough verification of the candidates' activities was conducted through in-depth video interviews as well as on-site visits. Upon selection of candidates through such a rigorous process, the jury made the recommendation to the Samsung Hoan Prize Committee, which followed up with its own review and confirmed the 2025 prize winners, leading to today's ceremony. This year's Physics and Mathematics Prize in the Science section goes to Dr. Shin Seok-woo of UC Berkeley. Dr. Shin has made significant contribution to the development of modern integer theory by establishing various cases of the Langlands conjecture, consolidating major topics in mathematics into a single theory, thereby laying the theoretical foundation. The winner of the Chemistry and Life Sciences Prize in the Science section is Dr. Chung Jong-kyung of Seoul National University. Dr. Chung was recognized for his groundbreaking work in identifying the mechanisms and functions of genes responsible for Parkinson's disease and for demonstrating that the selective removal of damaged mitochondria is crucial for Parkinson's prevention and treatment, thereby contributing to the advancement of cell biology. The winner of the engineering prize is Dr. Kim Sung-woo of KAIST. Dr. Kim developed femtosecond laser-based ultra-precision optical measurement technology, applying it to industrial use such as semiconductors and aerospace, thereby leading the advancement of ultra-precision optical measurement. Winner of the medicine prize is Dr. Gloria Che of MIT. Dr. Che identified that immune system overactivity during pregnancy can interfere with fetal brain development and increase the risk of autism spectrum disorder, thereby contributing to the advancement of neuroimmunology. The winner of the Arts Prize is photographer Koo Bon-chang. Mr. Koo has been recognized for his experimental works, combining delicate artistic sensibility with exceptional photographic techniques contributing to the elevation of Korean contemporary photography. Finally, the winner of Community Service Prize is Chairman Kim Dong-hae. Chairman Kim has been recognized for his practice of humanity beyond borders. He founded Vision Care, international NGO dedicated to restoring sight to the socially vulnerable in developing countries, building locally centered sustainable medical systems. On behalf of the entire jury, I extend my deepest respect and appreciation to all the winners for their unending work and dedication. My heartfelt congratulations for winning the Samsung Hoam Prize. It is sincerely hoped that your work will continue so as to enable greater contributions to our nation, our people, and humanity. Thank you.
네, 홍승찬 교수님 발표 감사드립니다.
Yes, thank you very
다시
much,
한번
Professor
따뜻한
Hong
박수
Seung-chan.
부탁드리겠습니다.
Please, everyone, join me in giving another big round of applause to Dr. Hong.
그럼 지금부터
And now then, we will begin the awards ceremony and present our prize winners. First is the Science Prize in the Physics and Mathematics category. Mathematics is like a giant puzzle. From among the scattered and chaotic pieces, finding that one piece that connects two once disconnected worlds, revealing an unseen, mysterious realm. In 1967, Canadian mathematician Robert Langlands proposed the Langlands program, an attempt to unify various fields of mathematics such as number theory and geometry into a single overarching theory. Within the framework of the Langlands program, Fermat's last theorem, unsolved for 350 years, was finally proven, and this theory has since become a powerful tool in tackling some of the most difficult conjectures in modern mathematics. Yet, clearly explaining the relationships between different mathematical theories poses another challenge for mathematicians. Professor Shin Seok-woo discovered hidden links between mathematical theories, clearly identifying their relationships in his work. He approached problems in number theory, the realm of whole numbers, from the perspective of geometry, which is a study of space. Through this novel approach, he revealed that the information found in number theory can also exist symmetrically in other mathematical fields. His work demonstrates that concepts across diverse fields of mathematics are in fact intricately connected, making a major contribution toward establishing a grand unified theory in mathematics.
The big problem in Langlands program with his complete mastery techniques, the very vast arrays of technique, his research and novel ideas, really to bring them into the form that younger people can actually use it.
With boundary-breaking research, he has elevated Korean mathematics to global standards. His work not only advances the Langlands program, but also contributes to solving countless other mathematical conjectures that remain unsolved today. Well, in today's immensely complex modern civilization, I believe most things can ultimately be expressed through the language of mathematics. That is why I believe we couldn't have achieved today's modern advancements without math, nor can we expect to continue to progress forward. It is with this belief that even today I continue to devote myself to research and new ideas. Mr. Kim Hwang-sik, Chairman of the Board of the Hoam Foundation, shall present the prize. May we kindly invite our prize winner, Professor Shin Seok-woo, and his spouse to the stage, please. The prize winner shall receive a certificate, medal, and prize money of 300 million won.
네, 진심으로 축하드립니다. 아낌없는
My
박수로
sincere
계속해서 축하해
congratulations,
주시기
Professor
바랍니다.
Shin. Please join me in a big round of applause for our laureates.
그럼 신서구 교수님께
We will
수상
now
소감을 청해
Hear the
듣겠습니다.
acceptance speech from Professor Shin Seok-gu.
이 자리에 서게 되어 진심으로
It is truly an honor and privilege to be standing here today,
정말로 뛰어난 다른
and
분야에서
I am
함께 이 자리에 서게 되어서
very privileged to
영광으로 생각합니다.
stand here with some of the most
다른 분들도
illustrious
마찬가지겠지만
figures
수학은
like
깨달음을
many of
얻기
you.
위한 무한한
As in all
여정이라고
disciplines,
생각합니다.
I also believe that math is an
아직 그
infinite
여정
journey in
한가운데
search of
있는
enlightenment.
저를
I am
좋게
still
보아주신
very much in the midst of my
호암
journey,
재단과
and I am grateful that
심사위원분들께
nonetheless,
우선
the
깊은
Hoam
감사의
Foundation
말씀을
and the
올립니다.
judging committee nevertheless looked upon me in a positive light. Thank you very much. The
현재
Hoam Foundation
일관으로
over the last 35 years
제일과
has
학부의
continued to
독립의
carry
정신을
forward the
이어오고
spirit
있다는
of
사실이
putting people first
한국인의 한
and
사람으로서
contributing to
더욱
society,
자랑스럽습니다.
which makes me proud as a fellow Korean.
제가 여기에 있는 것은
I am here
수많은
today
사람들의
only
지도와
because
도움
of the countless
덕분입니다.
people who provided me with guidance and help along the way.
부모님께서는
My
어릴 때
parents
제가 수에 관심을 갖는 것을
My parents
눈여겨보시고
took note of my interest in numbers when I was little, and even when I set out on the unknown path of a mathematician, they gave me nothing but endless support. All throughout elementary, junior high, high school, university, and graduate school, I was fortunate to meet amazing mentors, and I shared the joy of academia with them and my colleagues, seniors and juniors, and we also comforted each other during the hard times. What small accomplishments I may have achieved would have been unimaginable without my fellow collaborators. When people think of mathematicians, I still think the common image is of someone alone in a tiny room, agonizing for hours over math. While you do need your own thinking time, in reality, many achievements were possible through endless play, exchange, debates, and collaborations. That is particularly true for my area of research, the Langlands program, which encompasses many fields within mathematics, including the theory of numbers. And so this kind of engagement is even more crucial. And now we're working together not only with other people, but joining forces with artificial intelligence as well in the field of math. So who is best among mathematicians, or which is better, computers versus humans? Well, more important than that is how we can all work together to solve problems together, to create a common good. My conclusion is that mathematicians are grown and nurtured by society, and math is a discipline of collaboration. And so I am deeply grateful to everyone, my family, my loved ones, teachers, colleagues, seniors and juniors, and fellow researchers. Thank you for helping me become who I am today. I will also do my best to support future mathematicians to become a part of the soil where they can grow and flourish.
이어서 과학상, 화학
Next
생명과학
is
부문입니다.
Prize in Chemistry and Life Sciences in the Science section.
파킨슨병은
Parkinson's
한번
disease.
시작되면 멈출
Once
수
it
없는
starts,
난치병으로
cannot be stopped.
대표적인
It's one of the
만성 퇴행성
chronic
뇌질환이다.
degenerative brain diseases.
고령화 사회로
As society
진입하며
ages,
세계적으로
patients
환자
are
수가
fast
가장 빠르게
increasing
증가하고 있지만
worldwide.
왜
But why it
발병하는지
occurs,
그
the
원인을
cause
규명하지 못해
has not been identified,
근본적인 치료법
limiting the
개발에
development
한계가
of a
있었다.
cure.
정종경
Dr.
박사는 세계
Jung
최초로
Jong-kyung became the first in the world
파킨슨병
to
핵심
identify
유전자의
the mechanism
기능과
of the
작동
key
원리를
to
해독했다.
Parkinson's disease.
파킨슨병은
Parkinson's occurs
신체
as
운동 능력을
dopamine
조절하는
neurons, which regulate the
도파민
body's
뇌신경
motor
세포가
skills,
서서히
are
파괴되면서
gradually
발생한다.
destroyed. To find out what causes the death of these neurons, Dr. Jung Jong-kyung introduced fruit flies, which share about 70% of human disease genes, as an experimental model. Fruit flies that had Parkinson's genes, Parkin and PINK1 removed, showed symptoms such as slower movement and inability to fly. Through the research, he discovered that in normal neurons, Parkin and PINK1 collaborate to remove damaged mitochondria and maintain healthy cell function. But with abnormalities in these genes, damaged mitochondria accumulate, destroying neurons and leading to Parkinson's.
This was entirely unexpected. Opens up a lot of potential for pharmacological intervention, not only in Parkinson's disease, but there's a whole array of mitochondrial DNA mutation disorders. Many people are working around the world on that aspect.
정종경 박사의 연구는 미토콘드리아의
Dr. Jung Jong-kyung's research played a decisive role in defining the current belief that mitochondrial abnormalities are the main cause of Parkinson's, and became the turning point in the development of treatments for not only Parkinson's, once considered impossible, but also for other intractable degenerative diseases. Science is where you solve a maze and another maze appears. The maze I must navigate is clear, to point the way for developing a new type of Parkinson's treatment.
수상자이신
May I kindly invite the winner, Dr. Jung Jong-kyung, and his spouse to come forward, please.
진심으로 축하드립니다. 여러분
My
축하의
sincerest
박수
congratulations.
주셔서
Ladies and
부탁드리겠습니다.
gentlemen, please give them a big round of applause.
정종경 교수님 수상
And now,
소감을 부탁드리겠습니다.
Dr. Chung, may I invite you for your acceptance speech.
Thank you very much.
First of all, I express my sincere gratitude to the respected Chairman Lee Jae-yong and Samsung family, Chairman Kim Hwang-sik, and everyone at Hoam Foundation for giving me this honor. I also thank those who nominated me despite my humble research, and members of the jury from home and abroad. Why I am receiving the Samsung Hoam Prize today is that, as you have seen just now, through my research on Parkinson's-related genes, I identified a new mechanism that regulates cell survival and activity, particularly the homeostasis of mitochondria, which are known as the generators of cells. These research findings result from three important decisions. First, my decision at the age of 20 to dedicate my life to what I love the most, basic science research. Second, the bold challenge of choosing the important topic, which was Parkinson's. Third, the strategic decision to introduce the fruit fly model to the existing cell biology research, which allowed a genetic approach and strengthened our research competitiveness. None of these achievements would have been possible by myself. It was enabled by the work of all researchers in the lab, especially the 5 initial founding members who are here today. I also thank my advising professor at PhD, Professor John Belenis, who led me to the path of research, and my family, who always stood by me and believed in me. my parents in heaven, my two older brothers and sister-in-laws, my three sisters who are like mother to me. Here they are, and my wife, Dr. Bang Mi-jung, and my two children, Wonju and Insu. Thank you so very much. More recently, our research suggests that Parkinson's may be reinterpreted as a metabolic disease, not just as a degenerative disease. This can enable ultra-early diagnosis and new treatment for Parkinson's. I do hope that the Hoam Prize will be a catalyst for me and my research team all the way to helping the world's first Parkinson's treatment development. I will work harder to win the title Hoam Prize winner and contributor to development of Parkinson's treatment. Thank you.
계속해서 공학상입니다.
Yes, moving on. Next is the engineering prize.
초당 지구 7바퀴
Light,
반을
which
도는
can
빛조차
circle the Earth 7.5 times per second, cannot pass through a human hair in that fleeting snippet of time called a femtosecond.
그 찰나의 순간에
A
발생하는
femtosecond laser generates a short pulse of light in that fleeting femtosecond, enabling precision microfabrication and distance measurement with minimal distortion or damage.
극도로 짧은 시간 동안
However,
작동하기 때문에
due to the extremely short time frame, highly advanced stabilization technology was essential for practical application.
김승호 박사는
Professor Kim Sung-woo pioneered a new measurement method using non-linear crystals, dramatically improving precision at the nanometer scale. When Korea began industrialization in full scale, we didn't have homegrown measurement technology in Korea, so we had to import measurement devices from Japan, the US, or Europe to manufacture products. I didn't want us to just learn from someone else's technology. I wanted to create our own technologies that would lead the world.
세계를 주도하는 기술
Driven by this vision to create world-leading technology,
지구를 넘어
his challenge has taken him beyond Earth into outer space.
2013년
In 2013, a femtosecond laser light source developed under his leadership was installed on the Naro 3 space launch vehicle.
우주라는 극한의 환경에서
For the first time, he proved that even in the extreme environment of space, it was possible to measure distances between satellites with an extraordinary high degree of precision and control. His research has grown from fundamental light source technology to high-end applications, becoming a driving force for innovation in many different industries. His unparalleled technology has transcended academic borders and now serves as a core source technology, accelerating advancements in many fields, including semiconductors, displays, aerospace, and many more, playing a crucial role in positioning Korea as a technological power at the heart of future frontier industries. While building on femtosecond lasers as a foundation, I now want to help Korea become a true global pioneer in industrial measurement with world-first technologies. Together with younger researchers, I will keep working to develop even better solutions. Professor Kim Sung-woo's work is connecting science and technology, humanity and space, and now and the future. Yes, we kindly invite our prize winner, Professor Kim Sung-woo, and his wife to the stage, please.
수상을 진심으로 축하해 드립니다. 여러분 힘찬 박수로 축하해
Congratulations
주시기
again from the
바랍니다.
bottom of our hearts. Everyone, please give him a big round of applause, please.
그럼 김승우 교수님의 수상 소감을 청해 듣도록 하겠습니다.
We will ask Professor Kim Sung-woo to now share his acceptance remarks.
네, 안녕하십니까.
Yes, good afternoon.
김승우입니다.
This is Kim Sung-woo from KAIST.
존경하는 귀빈 여러분,
Dear esteemed
그리고
guests
저에게 이렇게 큰
and
영광의 상을 주신
members of the Hoam Foundation who have bestowed me with this great honor, I would like to express my deep gratitude
오늘
to
저의
you
연구와
all.
노력을 인정받아
I am thrilled and delighted to receive this prestigious prize in recognition of my research and efforts, but at the same time, I have an even greater sense of responsibility as well. As you know, engineering is a discipline that helps better our everyday lives and advance our culture through science and technology.
초정밀 계측 분야의 발전을
Up to now, I have dedicated myself to advancing the field of ultra-precision measurements
심도 있는
through my
연구에
work on femtosecond
사회에
lasers,
열정으로
driven by a passion to make a contribution to society, and I move forward one step at a time.
상을 받게 되는 것은
Standing here today, receiving this prize, I am made aware once again that this in no way is the result of my effort alone. It is thanks to the shared passion and challenging spirit of my students at KAIST, our graduates, and also my seniors, colleagues, juniors, our fellow collaborators and researchers that all work together. And also, of course, thanks to my family who have provided me with nothing but encouragement and support. It is thanks to you that I am able to experience this moment. Starting from now on, inspired by this prize, I will continue to devote myself to further research on advancement of engineering and work even harder so that this distinct prize today can lead to even more meaningful contributions to society in the future. Thank you very much.
네, 다시 한번 김승우 교수님께
Once again,
뜨거운 박수
another
부탁드리겠습니다.
big round of applause to Professor Kim Sung-woo.
다음은 의학상입니다.
Thank you. Next is the prize in medicine.
긴 시간 뇌는
For long,
그
the
어떤
brain
면역
was
체계도
considered
침투할
an
수 없는
impenetrable system
난공불락의
that no
시스템으로
immune system
여겨졌다.
could touch.
이런 통념에
But one
의문을 던진
scientist
과학자가 있다.
questioned this conventional wisdom.
많이
They
직접
believed that the
뇌를
brain must be
공략해야지
targeted directly
고칠 수
to
있다.
cure brain
그런 생각을
diseases.
가졌던 것 같아요.
But
근데
I
brain is
thought
no longer
the brain
able to
is
work
no longer
on its
able
own.
to
이뮨
work on its
시스템을
own.
모듈레이트함으로써 뇌에 관련된 디스오더들도 고칠 수 있지 않을까.
I thought that perhaps by regulating the
세계적인
immune system could you
뇌신경과학자
also cure brain
글로리아 최
diseases.
박사는 오랜 연구 끝에
World-renowned neuroscientist Dr. Gloria Che successfully demonstrated that the immune system can influence brain function and behavior through years of research.
전임상 모델을 통해
Using
임신 중
preclinical models,
바이러스에
she found that
감염되거나
exposure to
과도한
viruses
염증
during
반응에
pregnancy
노출될
or
경우
excessive inflammatory
특정
responses
면역세포에서
can cause the immune
분비되는
protein
면역
cytokine
단백질,
produced from specific
폐하의
immune cells
정상적인 뇌 발달에 영향을
to affect the
미쳐
normal development of the fetal
잠해증
brain
위험을 높일 수
and
있음을
may
규명했다.
increase the risk of autism.
그녀의 연구는
Her
면역계와
research
신경계가
completely overturned the existing
각각
paradigm that
작용한다는
the immune
기존의
system
패러다임을
and
완전히
nervous
뒤집는
system
결과였다.
act independently.
Gloria's discoveries have proven to be a complete revelation. Her work has presented scientists, drug developers, and clinicians with a rigorously detailed mechanism explaining how the immune system's chemical signals, these cytokines, can regulate neural activity in a part of the brain's cortex that affects social behaviors.
또한 글로리아 최 박사는
In addition,
연구를 통해
Dr. Gloria Che, through follow-up research, discovered the mechanism of infection-induced fever alleviating autistic symptoms. She demonstrated that immune proteins generated by fever are directly linked to neurological disorders, providing an important clue for development of autism treatment utilizing the immune system. What I studied so far is just a small part. I want to explore all the other possibilities on how the brain and the immune system are interconnected. And I also hope that that information can be used to help find a solution to cure brain diseases. Dr. Gloria Che's research to find answers as a neuroimmunologist continues even at this very moment.
수상자이신 글로리아 최 교수님
Let me kindly
내외분을
invite the winner,
앞으로
Dr.
모시겠습니다.
Gloria Che and her spouse, to please come forward.
수상의 영예를 진심으로 축하드립니다. 따뜻한
Congratulations.
박수로 함께
Please
해주시기
give her a
바랍니다.
big round of applause.
이제 글로리아 최 교수님의 수상
And
소감을
now let me
전해드리도록
invite Dr.
하겠습니다.
Gloria Che to deliver her acceptance speech.
호암 의학상을 받게 되어 제게는
It is such a
너무
great
큰
honor for me to
영광입니다.
receive the OAM Prize in
추천해
Medicine.
주신 분들,
I thank those who nominated me and the jury. Let me also sincerely thank everyone at the Hoam Foundation. I've heard somewhere before, all you did was add just one more brick when building a house. A brilliant scientist who has done much great work reportedly said this. I couldn't agree more. I feel like I'm just adding a few more bricks to the foundation that my predecessors and fellow scientists have already laid. On top of the bricks that I lay, hopefully more bricks will be laid, one layer atop another. Most of all, I want to express my thanks and respect to the postdocs and students in my lab who experimented on the bench to get the findings. Through innumerable failure and troubleshooting, we stayed the course, enduring hardships for the love of science. One thing is for certain, without their hard work and dedication, I would never be where I am now. I finished primary school in Korea, immigrating to the US in middle school. I thank my mother and father, living the life of immigrants in a strange land, for educating me and my brother. To my parents, who worked so hard and set a great example for us, I wish to express special thanks on this special occasion. Like my parents, I hope to be the same to my children, showing the same values, setting the same example. I have 3 children, 13, 9, and 7 years old. For me, they are the greatest gifts, worth more than anything in the world. Working while raising children has a lot of challenges. To my in-laws, I thank you so much for taking care of my children on my behalf. And there are so many good teachers and mentors to me, my role models. But most notably, a partner with me in this research from the beginning, my best friend and husband, Professor Heo Jun-yeol. Thank you so much. I always learn so much from your passion and insight to science. Most of all, I feel so lucky that we can rely on each other and have fun doing science together. I'm a neuroscientist who studies the brain. My husband is an immunologist who studies immunity. For long, the nervous system and immune system were thought to be independent of each other, thought of as two completely different systems. But as we study together, we are discovering that the two systems are surprisingly closely communicating and affecting each other. The process of arriving at these new discoveries is so fun and exciting, but also a humbling experience to me as a scientist. On a related note, I'd like to make the last comment in English.
One of the most humbling things I've learned through studying neuroimmunology is that we as scientists often draw this conceptual box around what we already know. And if something does not neatly fit into this box, we tend to dismiss it or overlook its importance. But this field has taught me time and again that nature is far more creative, expansive, and elegant than the frameworks we construct to explain it. I've come to realize that real progress often happens when we are willing to challenge the boundaries of our own thinking. Letting go of these constraints has allowed me to see nature not as something to be explained with our limited knowledge, but rather as a living system to be continuously discovered and reinvented. 다시 한번 이런 영광스럽고
Once
귀한
again,
상을 주셔서
thank you for this
진심으로
greatest of
감사드립니다.
honors and precious award.
이어서 예술상입니다.
Next, we will move on to the Arts Prize.
사람들의 시선이 닿지 않는
A photographer who
무관심한
breathes
사물,
life into obscure and
숨결에
long
불어넣는
neglected
사진작가.
objects.
구본창.
Gu Bonchang.
경영학도에서
Originally a business major, he left to study photography in Germany, starting a lifelong path in art photography. Seeking to build his own artistic world, he explored possibilities outside the camera frame. He introduced a variety of artistic practice into his photography, scratching film negatives or using cutout images. And in the 1980s, photography, which was mostly seen as a mere means of documentation, was elevated into an art form. His experimental work was far ahead of its time, and it brought change to the Korean photography scene, helping usher in modernization. Then, in the 2000s, photographer Gu Bonchang's lens directed his camera toward old, forgotten objects. Objects so small and trivial that no one ever noticed, each bearing the traces of time and hidden stories which he tried to uncover. I realized that even the small things that we throw away every day without a second thought each carry their own stories. I want to awaken even more. In his photographs, these simple, modest objects are reborn as living, breathing protagonists. His fascination with objects led him to explore and rediscover traditional beauty of Korea, the white porcelain jars of the Joseon dynasty, masks and paper flowers, reconstructing them through a contemporary lens. His works came to represent Korean identity and the uniqueness of contemporary Korean art photography, earning international recognition. What captivated me about Bonchang was his presentation, his aesthetic, his finesse, his Asian sensibility, his meditative expression. He represents Korea on the international art stage. Through what I experience, record, and share, I hope that even just a little bit of my work can bring comfort and happiness to someone.
그의 카메라는
What
또 어떤
objects
사물을
will his
다시
camera
깨어나게
awaken
할까?
next?
수상자이신 구본창 작가님께서
Yes, we'll ask Mr. Gu Bon-chang, the
나와주시기
award
바랍니다.
recipient, to please come up to the stage.
네, 수상을 진심으로 축하드리며
Yes,
힘찬
a sincere
박수로
congratulations.
계속 축하해 주시기
Please give a
바랍니다.
big round of applause to Mr. Gu Bon-chang, please.
그럼 구본창 작가님의 수상 소감을 청해
We
듣도록
will
하겠습니다.
now hear an acceptance speech from our prize winner.
먼저 영예로운 상을 주신 삼성
First of all, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to the organizers of the prestigious Samsung Hwang Prize and to members of the Recommendation and Judging Committee. Every year, I would hear about the Hwang Prize on the news, and I knew it was for world-renowned scholars and exceptional experts in various fields, so it felt very far removed from me. And so to be standing here today at the award ceremony is just truly unbelievable. Thinking back to my childhood, I remember spending a lot of time alone. I was fascinated by things, plants, animals, and objects that could not speak. I would pore over the objects, creating quite a collection for myself, and this is a habit that continues into my work today. But after majoring in business management and starting a corporate career, I started questioning, was this really the kind of life I wanted? What values did I want to live by? What really mattered? So I decided to leave the company and go to Germany to study. And it was only then, after discovering the medium of photography, that my life became revitalized. My camera became my eyes and became my friend. The joy of looking at the world through a camera and sharing what I saw and felt with others, I was amazed because for the first time in my life, I realized that there was something I was good at. And this revelation gave me a sense of purpose in life. Since returning to Korea in 1985, I have been meeting the world through my camera, experimenting with objects, struggling at times in my own way, and here I am. Suddenly, 4 years have passed. I was particularly drawn by the pure beauty of white porcelain pots, and already it has been 20 years since I started taking photos of the pots. These are objects that bear the traces and scars of the past, worn by the grime of time, and they are what spoke to me. Things lying behind the scenes, not under the bright spotlight, the unique and subtle beauty of Korean culture, yet to be fully revealed. It's been deeply rewarding to express these objects in my own way. Korean photography is still finding its place within the realm of the arts. I hope that this prize will not be remembered simply in my name only, but I hope that it will help garner greater interest in art photography. I feel that the spirit of artistic creation begins with deep empathy and a willingness to share with others, and is very much aligned with the spirit embodied by the Hwang Prize. I would like to extend my heartfelt appreciation to everyone, my family, my parents who encouraged my younger self for their quiet, constant support, and to all those who stood by me and gave me strength through rough times. I will not forget this feeling of gratitude and honor, and I will continue to pursue meaningful work. Thank you very much.
다시 한번 구본창
Once
작가님께
again,
축하의 박수
another round
부탁드리겠습니다.
of applause of congratulations to photographer Gu Bon-chang.
다음은
Thank you very much. And next
사회봉사상입니다.
is the prize in community service.
빛이 닿지 않는 곳,
Where there is no light.
희망을 비추는
A doctor
길 위의
on the
의사,
path of hope.
한국인 슈바이처,
Dr. Schweitzer
김동해
of Korea.
이사장.
Chairman Kim Dong-hae.
안과 전문의로
As an
처음 해외
ophthalmologist,
봉사활동을
he first
시작한
began overseas
2002년.
volunteer work in 2002.
간단한 치료와
He saw how
10분 남짓한
patients
수술만으로
who, with simple
충분히
treatment
시력을
and a 10-minute
회복할 수 있는
surgery,
환자들이
could have regained vision,
무기력하게 실명에
tragically
이르는
and hopelessly
안타까운
lose
현실을
their sight.
목격합니다.
In Korea, it is rare to find patients who go blind from cataracts. In Africa, there's only one ophthalmologist per 1 million people. Medical resources are extremely limited.
2005년
In 2005, he founded Vision Care, an international NGO dedicated to helping underdeveloped citizens in medically underserved regions. With the help of international medical staff and volunteers, he began providing free eye care, but the journey was not easy. Due to misunderstanding about expensive eye surgeries given for free, he was often investigated by the police and had to see hundreds of patients a day all by himself. Nevertheless, he did not give up because Dr. Kim Dong-hae was their only hope.
Donc l'organisation de cette caravane médicale d'ophtalmologie en collaboration avec Vision Care va avoir un impact positif sur la population marocaine et va aider les gens à avoir une vie nouvelle sans cécité, une vie nouvelle en améliorant les conditions de vie de la population marocaine.
Vision Care's medical service activities not only restore the eyesight of people, but also give them hope for a new life. Going one step further, he dedicated himself to training local medical staff and supporting medical equipment to help set up self-reliant systems where local medical staff provide care and surgeries on their own. I wanted to ensure that eye care continues even when I'm gone. I must help improve eye health in the country.
그렇게
The dream
파키스탄에서
of medical
시작된
self-reliance
의료
that began
자립의
in Pakistan
현재 전
is
세계
now growing into
11개국에서
hope in
희망이
11
되어
countries
자라나고
around the world.
있습니다.
환자들이 너무 많아요.
There are too many patients.
사람들이 뭐 생활하는데
Life
크게
is
어려움이
manageable
없거든요.
even with one eye.
한쪽 눈씩 해주죠. 가능하면은
We treat
여러
one eye
분들이
at a
볼수
time
있도록.
so that we can help as many people see
누군가의
as
세상을
possible.
어둠에서
To transform
빛으로
someone's
바꾸기 위한
world, to change darkness
헌신은
to light. His
마지막
dedication
환자를
will
볼
not
때까지
cease until the
멈추지
last
않을
patient
것입니다.
is treated.
수상자이신 김동해
Let me
이사장님
kindly
대회분을
ask the
앞으로
winner,
모시겠습니다.
Chairman Kim Dong-hae, and his spouse to come forward, please.
수상을 진심으로 축하드립니다. 뜨거운 박수로
Congratulations.
축하해 주시기 바랍니다.
Please give him an applause of congratulations.
이제 김동해 이사장님의
now,
수상소감을
let
청해
me
듣도록 하겠습니다.
Invite Chairman Kim Dong-hae to deliver his acceptance speech.
반갑습니다.
Great to meet you all, everyone. Let me thank all the members of the Hoan Foundation, the jury, and distinguished guests in attendance. I still cannot believe that I'm here today to receive this prize alongside such distinguished winners. As an ordinary ophthalmologist, I simply wanted to help those in need, taking small steps to help those unable to see due to lack of access to surgery. That is why I took small steps. Every time I see the face of patients from around the world who are living in despair, opening their eyes one by one, making eye contact with us, and the joyful face of their families by their side, I was deeply moved. Those moments inspired me and became the driving force that kept me on this path to this day. At the heart of that transformation were the volunteers who stood by my side. Those who gave of their resources, time, and talent, traveling to unfamiliar lands, looking into others' eyes and reaching out their hands to people of different languages and cultures. Their dedication was an act of love that words cannot describe. This prize is not only for myself, it is a recognition of the countless volunteers and medical staff who participated in vision restoration with Vision Care over the past 23 years, and the local collaborators from 40 countries who have held our hands. I sincerely thank you all from the bottom of my heart. Above all, I extend my deepest gratitude to my family for their understanding and support for my work over the years. What I feel most deeply as I receive this award is the truth that the power to change the world does not come from doing something big, but from with small acts of dedication. The heart that serves others and willingly shares the unconditional touch of love is what ultimately changes the world. Finally, as I receive this precious prize, which embodies the philosophy of sharing of the late Chairman Lee Byung-chul, I once again renew my commitment to share light and hope with more people, remembering the smile of many who opened their eyes to see the world again. I pledge that Vision Care and I will continue to embrace the spirit of volunteerism, going further and deeper to create a brighter future. Thank you.
Yes, please join me in giving another big round of applause to Chairman Kim Dong-hae of Vision Care. And with that, we have now presented the award to all 6 laureates for the Samsung Hoan Prize this year. Join me in a huge round of applause once again for all of our winners. And we will now move on to congratulatory remarks. This year, we have invited a very special guest to deliver words of congratulations at the Hoan Prize Award ceremony. An internationally acclaimed writer and member of the Nobel Committee for Literature has joined us, Mr. Steve Sandberg. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Sandberg for his congratulatory address.
Steve Sam Sandberg, member of the Nobel Committee for Literature.
Distinguished guests, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, it's a great honor for me to be standing here tonight and on behalf of the Swedish Academy and the Nobel Foundation in Stockholm, extend my sincere and heartfelt congratulations to the laureates of the Hoan Prize. Not only to those present here today, but to all previous laureates who have excelled in their separate disciplines since this internationally renowned prize was founded by Samsung back in 1990. For 35 years now, it has been awarded to particularly gifted and skilled scholars and scientists of Korean heritage, who with dedication and courage have pushed back the borders of our knowledge. Yes, it takes not only inventiveness and skill to transcend the limits of the given and move into previously uncharted territory. It takes also courage. And that goes as well for practitioners in the cultural field, which this prize also recognizes. Music, literature, and the visual arts, sculpture, photography, are always about perceiving the previously unthinkable and thereby recognizing something inside ourselves that we never thought we would be able to understand or even fathom. We are living through a period in history of escalating political strife and conflict, and culture is by no means immune to that. Because of this, we continuously have to remind ourselves that diversity is not dissent, that discord is not disregard, and to have a different opinion is not to show disrespect. More today than, say, in 1990, when this prize was inaugurated, a year that saw the rebirth of democracy in the continent where I come from. It is necessary to point out that cultures coexist not in order to conform to a single commonplace norm, but through the shared conviction that it is everybody's fundamental right to view things differently. And that is what progress is all about, presenting alternatives. Again, commitment is not strife. You might well share an idea without agreeing on how this idea is supposed to be interpreted or even to what use we should put it. That was the opinion of the Swedish scientist Alfred Nobel, the inventor of dynamite, when he founded the Nobel Prize more than a century ago. I believe that these same values and views are shared with the awards we are celebrating here today. As you might know, the Swedish Academy in Stockholm chose last year Mrs. Han Kang as the recipient of the 2024 Nobel Prize in Literature, the first Korean author to receive this coveted prize. In my capacity as a member of the Nobel Committee, which is the body within the Academy that out of hundreds of nominated authors from all over the world chooses a short list of 5 candidates to present to the Academy as a whole, in that capacity, I have to admit that I was slightly nervous. How would this particular prize resonate with readers who might not be fully acquainted with recent Korean history or with the specific Korean cultural and social values? It has not only been a great relief, but an unmitigated joy to take note of the overwhelming enthusiasm with which Han Kang's books have been received not only in Sweden, but all over the world. Han Kang's voice is unique, but through its courage to face up to the terrible remaining wounds of past conflicts and its immense confidence in the healing powers of the human soul, she speaks to and on behalf of the entire world. That is indeed the most fulfilling achievement the art of literature can bring. Let's hope for a wide range of Korean writers to follow in her footsteps. Thank you for receiving me as a guest and for the honor of sharing this anniversary with you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Steve Sam Sandberry. 대빈 여러분, 다시 한번 뜻깊은
Ladies and gentlemen,
축사를
once again, a
전해주신
big round of
Steve Sam
applause to
Sandberry
Mr.
님께
Steve Sam
박수
Sandberry for his
부탁드리겠습니다.
meaningful words
대단히
of congratulations.
감사드립니다.
Thank you very much.
이것으로 제35회
And this
삼성
brings us to the end of the
시상식
35th
모든 순서를
Samsung Hoan
마치도록
Prize
하겠습니다.
Award Ceremony.
오늘 수상의 영예를 받으신
Once
수상자
again,
여러분께
sincere congratulations
다시
to
한번
all the
진심 어린
winners
축하의
for the
말씀을
honor
드립니다.
today.
호암재단은 앞으로도 인류
The
사회의
Hoan
발전과
Foundation will continue to
인간성
strive
확보를
for the
지향하며
betterment of human
세계
society
최고 권위의
and
상으로
humanity,
자리매김할 수 있도록
and to ensure that the
끊임없이
Hoan Prize will be the
노력하겠습니다.
most prestigious in the
또한
world.
온라인과 오프라인으로
On
이
behalf of the
뜻깊은
Hoan
시간을
Foundation,
함께 해주신
I thank
모든
everyone
분들께
for joining us on
호암재단을
this
대신해
meaningful
깊은
occasion,
감사의 말씀을
both
드리며
online and
시상식은
offline.
여기서
And with
마치도록
that,
하겠습니다.
we now
대단히
conclude the
감사합니다.
award ceremony. Thank you very much.